This is where it all starts. No fancy booth, no soundproof walls, just a backyard, a breeze, and a belief that rhythm can grow anywhere. My name is Peter Bogado, also known as Boy Soul. I'm an artist, music producer, and songwriter. I've been making beats for over a decade, and today I'm gonna show you how to make one using just a laptop and a computer keyboard. No equipment, no excuses, just pure fun and creativity. The possibilities are endless. Let's get into it. Okay, so now we're on Splice, and FYI, Splice is a music production platform that offers thousands of royalty-free music samples and other tools for musicians and producers. This is where we're going to find the sample we're going to use for our beat. I'm going to show you how to grab a sample, slice it, and make it your own. Alright, this is the one I'm going to use for this presentation. I'm going to click here to download the audio file. Now it's downloaded. Now we're going to open Logic Pro. I click on Empty Project, hit Choose, click on the drop-down menu where it says Instrument, then look for a sampler, multi-sampler, and then hit Create. Then we go back to Splice, click and drag the file we just downloaded into Logic Pro. Now what I'm doing is slicing up the track to prepare them for the sampler. I drag the playhead to where I want to split the audio. I right-click and go to Split, then click Split at Playhead. The shortcut key for splitting is Command-T. It'll speed up the process. Once I'm finished doing that, I click on the sampler track, then open the plugin. Highlight all the tracks and drag them into the sampler, go to Zone per File, and then open up musical type. The shortcut key is Command-K. Now we can play the sounds of the musical typing. The notes begin on C1, so make sure the octave is set on C1 on the keyboard. Now let's see what happens when you press C1, which will be A on your keyboard. If you hear the sounds, then it worked. There are 5 sounds altogether, so 5 notes after C1 should be filled with the other files. Now it's time for the magic. In the plugin, you can also adjust the pitch to manipulate the sounds. You can bring it up so it sounds like this. Now let's lay down a melody. You can hit the R key to record. Okay, so we laid down a melody from the sample we sliced. Now I'm going to quantize the notes. Quantizing helps your rhythm stay on time, but the best producers use it like seasoning. Too much and the groove feels fake. Just enough and it feels more human. Now let's lay down a counter melody. Okay, that sounds pretty good so far. Now let's go with the drums. I'm going to start off with the snare. Let's get some kicks going. Now let's get some hi-hats going. Now what I'm going to do is add some rolls in the hi-hats to add variation and energy to the beat. Double click the region to open the piano roll. This is where you add MIDI notes. I'm adding the rolls at the end of the first bar and third bar of the 4-bar loop. Now let's add some open hi-hats. This gives the rhythm a little bit more breathing room. It gives it a nice bounce. Now we're gonna add some 808s. Let's hear how these drums sound on their own. Okay, I'm definitely feeling that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm no longer feeling that melody, so I'm gonna change it up, but I'm gonna keep the drums. I have a library of sounds already sliced up and ready to use. Sometimes I come back to those and find a new pattern. I recommend not to stay attached to anything until you can say to yourself, this is fire. Now let's EQ the melody that was just recorded. An EQ, short for equalizer, is the process of shaping the frequencies in your sound. Basically deciding which parts of the sound are louder, softer, brighter, or darker. I will mess with it until it feels right. When it comes to music, it's all about the feeling. Okay, now this sounds good to me. Now we're gonna add a transition on the first beat drop. Let's go into Splice. That sounds good. Now let's drag that into Logic. Then let's zoom in and highlight the highest peak of the track to where the beat officially starts. I'm going to drag this section so that the sound cuts off during the transition to create the drop effect. Let's play that back. Okay, that's sounding dope. I have a new melody that I'm going to use for verse 2 or the bridge section of the beat. Let's see how it sounds with the drums. Okay. I'm feeling this so far. Alright, now let's structure this beat. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the final product. This is how you can make a beat without the need of music equipment. If you have the creative desire to make music, you can. I hope this video inspires you to try this on your own. Once you get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun, trust. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna need that. Thanks for watching. Peace.